Hello everybody, and welcome to Crafty Hour 29. It's Kourtney here with Scrapbook-N-Memories. So I'm here to follow up with our second presentation of using our awesome box set. So thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I did assign some homework for you guys, so hopefully you found all the homework posted. I had you pull some die cuts, and then also we die cut some items. So I absolutely love the dies in this set, and I find sometimes that we don't give the dies any love. So I'm going to use the Santa Claus, I'm going to use this adorable tree, and we're going to create those. So that was homework for you guys to complete. If you didn't get your homework done on that, it's okay, because you can add those pieces later. These are going to be like your two topper pieces, so you can just add them at a later time. Another piece that was in our homework for you guys, hello, thank you everybody, was to cut, well, you didn't have to cut your card bases. We're doing 3 cards. Your card bases were already in your kit. You had your A2 card bases, and they're just normal card bases, nothing fancy about them. So you need your 3 white card bases. And for this, what we're doing, this technique is kind of all the rave right now. There's lots of different measurements, lots of different ways you can do it. If you saw a sneak peek with me, I was playing with the measurements, and I was playing with our Crafters essential layers. And I was kind of laying them in here and then figuring out what my measurements were to be exact things. So not only for positioning stuff, it also helps you to figure out your spacing and where to cut your pieces too. So we're going to play with those. So you're going to need your 3 card bases, and we're going to basically make all 3 cards at the same time. Your homework was to cut out 3 of the gold pieces, 3 gold pieces. So it's going to be 4 by 5 1/4. So that was your homework. And these we're just going to set to the side. We'll come right back to them in a little bit. And then your other piece of homework that you needed to do was cut your white cardstock, 3 pieces again. That are 3 3/4 by 5. So everything right here is what we've started with so far. So the fun technique we're playing with, and we'll get to it in a moment, but we're going to do some prepping and some splattery, you know me, we got to add a little mixed media into things. But it's basically called stack, cut, and shuffle. You stack your 6 by 6 papers, you cut through them all at the same time, so they're all the exact measurements, and then you shuffle the pieces. So it's kind of like building a quilt. So that's kind of the technique that we're going to play with tonight. So thank you everybody for joining us. I'm going to scoochie these guys out of the way. And what we're going to start with is your white panels. So you have your 3 white panels. They're very clean. They're just too clean. They need a little something, don't they? So what we're going to do, you guys might be used to me in splattering gold. We're going to splat everything. We always do. So this is our cardstock right here. I felt like white is just too plain. We just need a little something on there. So we're going to splat our gold onto that white cardstock, and then we're going to mat it on the gold pieces. And then that's going to really pop with the gold ephemera and everything else that's in our set. So I'm going to put my splat box in here because, you know, I like to make, well, I don't like to make a mess. It just happens. So I'm going to put all 3 in. I'm just going to do them all at once because this is a great, easy way if you're running out of time for your Christmas cards, because you know we all wait to the last minute, to knock out a bunch of Christmas cards fast. So you can use your gold watercolors, your gold pigment inks, whatever you have. Grab your gold stuff and we're going to splat because we've splatted before. And this guy, where do I put him that I don't get him on everything? I always have no idea where to put the lid. Just sit it right there. Okay, so something that I really like that's new, and if you guys watch us at 2 o'clock, you saw me playing with these. These are the new paint brushes from Crafter's Companion. This is the number 6, and I really like it. These are great for, and I only have 3 or 2 of the 3 here. There's one more that's a little bit broader, but they are great paintbrushes. They have plastic handles. They have a silicone grip, so it's very comfortable to grip when you're painting. They have these very nice bristles on them. So we've got the 1/2 inch flat. There's a 3/4 of an inch flat. And then there's the number 6. Excuse me. I felt it coming. So these are great for watercoloring. And that's what we're going to use. So I'm just going to kind of dip it in my gold. And then we're just going to go in and we're going to splat. So you're just going to splat as much or as little gold onto your 3 pieces of white cardstock. And remember, we are going to put pattern paper on the top, but you're still going to see, sometimes I find it works better if I wet my paintbrush. There we go. Just need to wet my paintbrush. And we're just going to splat all 3 white ones. Then we're going to set it to the side and let this dry. These dry pretty quick, so you don't have to worry about getting out a heat gun or heat tool or anything. They'll be dry by the time we need to come back to them. I forgot my apron, so I'm trying to be gentle and not get it all over me. But you know, some days that just doesn't happen, right? Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great afternoon and kind of recoup from the holidays last weekend. And hopefully you grabbed Deanna's Crafty Hour today at noon. If not, remember it's on replay. You can go back and watch it at your leisure on that. Amy, I'm using an iZinc gold. It's a liquid gold. It's something I've had for years. Don't even think the company is around anymore, but gold watercolor works if you're doing that. I know if you guys have signed up for the Better Press class and got the add-on bundle for those, there's some really pretty gold watercolor coming out in that too. Okay. And then there's also the gold from Spellbinders. Okay. So we're going to set this to the side. We're going to let it dry. Let it dry. And then let's see how big of a mess, yeah, I made on my mat. Okay, now we're going to grab our die cutting machine and we're going to do some die cutting. A little bit of die cutting. We did most of the die cutting for homework, but there was a couple things that you need to do on your own. So I told you to grab a scallop circle that I think was let me measure mine. A scallop circle that is 2.5 inches. I'm using this one. It's called Oh So Glam from Crafter's Companion. You can use whatever scallop circle you want. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to take our gold panel and we are going to cut out our scallop circle out of the center of this. Because it's going to be covered, there's no point in wasting that good gold paper. No point in wasting it. And then, of course, I'm using my iCrafter, my self-healing mat. I love this thing. I use it all the time, and it really extends the life of your cutting plates because your top one doesn't get cut on anymore. And then this guy is self-healing, so you can just keep going and going on it. Okay, so we need to have 3, I got to clean my die out, 3 scallop circles. And then also while we're at it, we do need to cut out 1 star. That's from the Christmas tree. And 1 of these little squirrely giggy guys. That's an official term there, squirrely giggy guys, in gold also. And you can just add those to your die cut pile. But there is no point, like I said, in wasting all that good gold cardstock. put the die up. We're done with that die. I'll add these die cuts to my die cut pile. Oh, I guess I should have said when you're cutting your die cuts, make sure not to go all the way to the edge because we will see the edge part. And I didn't assign this from homework because I figured it'd be easier to do it together than try to explain the gutting of the cardstock. I know some of you guys know what gutting means, and then some of you would have been like, whew, that lady's crazy. But that's all we're doing. Okay, so now we've got our 3 card bases, our 3 white pieces with gold splatter on it, and our 3 gold pieces, and then our 3 gold die cuts. Okay, so that's where we are so far. Now we're going to come to the stacking part. So I had you pull out these 3 pieces of paper, and one of them will be directional. So we have to make sure that we cut that. I did the pink joy. I love these little flowers. Those are pretty. And then the green. And that again was part of your homework to dig those guys out. I'm going to put my words on top. That way I know we stick with our directional. So we're going to stack. You're going to stack all of them and we're cutting them all at once. So our first measurement is going to be 1 3/8. 1, 2, 3. 1 3/8. Then you're going to rotate it and do 4 1/4. 4 1/4. This guy right here, just put him to the side. We're not going to use them at this point in time. These 3, we're going to keep these. All 3 of these we're going to keep, okay? Then we're going to do our next piece over here. Again, we're going to stack them, make sure they're all stacked. And we're doing 1 3/8 again. 1 3/8. That's our magical number. 1, 2, 3. And then you have exactly enough on this one to do a whole nother set. So you can get 6 cards out of that. Okay, we're going to flip it and do 2 1/2. 2 1/2. We're going to set this to the side. We're going to feed this through our trimmer and now do 1 1/2. So that's kind of our little diagram I drew. It's not too scale is the word I'm looking for, but you get that. Okay, so what we've ended up, oh yes, I told Coco it was quiet hour, but she is downstairs squeaking that squeaky toy. So what you end up with is this right here. You're going to end up with those 3 pieces and they're all stacked. So all we're going to do is rotate them. So I'm going to put this one here, that one there, and then that one there. So there's 1. Then we've got 2. And then we've got 3. So we stacked them, we cut them, we shuffled them. We have 3 cards with similar backgrounds and ideas out of 1 set of paper. Is that not cool? Super cool, super easy. Okay, so I'm going to stack these guys on top of each other and just kind of sit them out of the way. This one. And let me grab my white cardstock. It should be dry now, but let me grab them. Yeah, look at those splats. Does that not look good? Everything's dry. We are good. Just a little something, something. I love watercolors and metallic paints, and these are just so delicious. So delicious. So now what we're going to do is we are going to grab our layers. So, whoops, I just dumped all my die cuts. Didn't mean to do that. That's okay. We're going to stack our die cuts. I like to use this Wendy Vecchi Make Art Station because I can put my magnets on here and kind of hold my layers down. So this is my main layer. I'm just putting that down to hold it. Then I'm going to take my first piece of white cardstock with the splat on it, and I am going to butt it up to that main piece. So I'm butting it up to the main piece. We are going to be using the 3/8 of an inch layer. 3/8. And I did go in, this one's still in white, or actually they're both in white. I thought I colored one of them black. Maybe I did it in my head. Anyways, 3/8 of an inch, we're going to put that in there. And again, I just kind of put my magnet on there and it holds that piece. It holds that 3/8 of an inch. We're going to start with our corner piece. Okay, corner piece. Put some adhesive on it. I'm going to pop it in that corner, press, and voila. Proper placement, right where we need it. So then in between my pieces, in between the pieces, I did a 1/4 of an inch. Okay, I did a 1/4 of an inch. Everybody got that so far? Are we good? Okay, so I'm taking my 1/4 of an inch and I'm just going to put it right here, butted up to that one, because I have my 3/8 of an inch here. So that's my bottom spacer or my layer. And then I have my 1/4 of an inch here. So that's for my next little guy. He is going to stand taller than he does wide, taller than he does wide. So I'm going to put some adhesive on the back side and I'm just going to butt him into that corner. So he is 3/8 of an inch up from the bottom, and he is a 1/4 of an inch from that piece. I move that layer and boom, he is exactly where I need him. Exactly where I need him. Then we're going to do our next piece. Also needs to be a 1/4 of an inch. So we're going to flip it because we want to have a 1/4 of an inch here and a 1/4 of an inch here. So all of our spaces pieces are going to be a 1/4 of an inch. So we just pop that guy up there, add our adhesive, pop him in the corner, always just line him up in the corner, press, and then we're going to move our cardstock out and look at that. We have our 3/8 of an inch all the way around. We have our 1/4 of an inch and our 1/4 of an inch. So all of our spacing is perfect. No eyeballing. Okay? We're going to do it again. 2 more times. It's all about repetition. If you repeat, I'm always told, if you repeat something 3 times, you're more likely to remember it. So we've got our corner piece that we're working with. We put our cardstock in there. Okay. We have our 3/8 of an inch corner layer, just sticking it there in the corner. Okay, so we got our layers. Then I'm looking for my next pile. So here's my next pile. Put adhesive on the tall, long, skinny guy. We're going to pop him down in there. And done. Then we're going to take our 1/4 of an inch spacer. Okay. And we're going to put it so we're doing a 1/4 of an inch space in between. Our guy that's going to be taller than he is wide. Tall and skinny. He's going to go on the 3/8 of an inch spacer. So he's up from the bottom 3/8 of an inch. And then he is going to butt up to the 1/4 of an inch. So he's over a 1/4 of an inch. Then we're going to move him. Voila. Okay. Then we're going to flip our layer for a 1/4 of an inch. Put it so we have a 1/4 here, 1/4 there. Again, equal spacing. We don't have to eyeball anything. put some adhesive on, add them in the corner there, press, and voila. Looky there. No bar eyeballing. Is this not the best thing since sliced cheese? I think so. Okay, one more. Like I said, quick, easy, fast cards. You're behind on Christmas cards. You got to get a bunch done. Here's how you do it. Here is how you do it. There is tons of ephemera in this kit, so you're going to be able to knock out a lot of cards fast. If you're joining us and you guys didn't grab one of the Crafty Hour 29 kits yet, you're in luck. Both stores do still have some available. You can grab them on our websites or stop in store and grab them because this kit is just awesome. I love the non-traditional colors of this, the non-traditional Christmas colors, and it just makes beautiful cards. And the die set in there, that little Santa Claus, oh my gosh, chubby little Santa Claus is just adorable. So stinking adorable. Okay, so there are our card bases, or our card front pieces. Everybody got that? Oh, thank you, Karen. Karen's following along. Okay, so now we got to do our next layers. And like I said, we're going to do them all at the same time. There's no sense in coming back and forth on things. So now we're grabbing our 1/8 of an inch layer. 1/8 of an inch. And we're going to be using our gold. Got that gold in here now. And we're going to be gluing all those bases that we just made to those. And I think that glue is about done. So let's just grab a fresh bottle. Nothing worse than struggling with adhesives, right? Especially a half full bottle. Well, not even half full. Okay. I always go around the outside of my cardstock when I do the gutting. And then I kind of go around the whole part. I don't put the adhesive on the whole back of this white because you might end up putting adhesive where the hole is, and then you're going to glue that card down to your table, and that's not good. Okay, and then we're going to pull it out, and now we have our 1/8 of an inch equal spacing all the way around the outside edge. Boom. I just love these layers. They just make, oops, did it backwards, life so much easier. Yes, Brenda, I'm pretty sure Clipper Street still has them. Make sure to give them a call in the morning. Pretty sure Deanna said today she still had some sets. Probably using enough glue to withstand a hurricane, but we're going with it. Okay, oops, that wiggled. Press. So the only thing about the Helmar is it does wiggle on you if you press too hard. Okay, there's our next one. Last one. Pulling out my 1/8 of an inch. And don't forget your layering tool also comes with the measurement guide. I did all the measurements here for you guys, so you don't have to think about it. But your base piece has all your measurements on there on all of your layers. If you're wanting to do an 1/8 of an inch border, 1/2 an inch border, whatever you want to do, that is on there also. Oop, got a little glue crazy. Okay, there's our last one. How are we doing? Are we crafting along or just watching? Crafting along. Okay, then our next piece is going to be our white bases. So we have our white bases. I shifted that. Our white base, again, we're using 1/8 of an inch. I just love my 1/8 of an inch. There's something about just a little bit of corner, a little bit of gold. A little bit of color around the outside edges that just helps make a difference. Oh, Marion, tools in her kit, but she hasn't tried it. Get it out and use it. That's kind of why I wanted to focus on it on Crafty Hour 2. So you guys are using it in quite a few different ways or seeing me use it. So then it makes sense. Okay, there's that piece. Oh, I love the Helmar. Helmar gives you some wiggle room. I love it. Ooh. Oh, Linda says the layering tool helps her so much because she has hand tremors and things don't always land where you planned it. That is awesome. Absolutely. Kind of helps you guide that cardstock in. I love hearing all these stories of how some tools or stuff that we came out with helped make your guys' crafting easier. And that's what I want to do. And that's kind of what we did when we came out with our ruler and then the layers and then the layering guide is I watch you guys do classes in store or even virtually, and I see you guys struggle with certain things, or I struggle too with certain things. And then I'm like, how can we make this easier? How can we make life easier? Can we come up with a tool that helps us with measuring, that helps us with guiding our layers? How can we make crafting easy for you guys again? Yes, Lori, the gold was in the kit. The gold is in the kit. I love this Spellbinders gold. It is, it's awesome. I really like our textured gold that we use, but sometimes I just want a little shiny gold, and I love this gold too. And this gold is available. I think the gold and the silver are available in a pack of 10. We might be out right now. I have to get some more on order. I'm not sure if Deanna has it either, but both of us are happy to get it back on order. It is delicious. The gold and the silver. Okay, so there we have it. We are done with our layers. Let me scoochy that out of the way. And what we've done now is we have 3 card bases, 3 cards done and ready to go. How easy was that? How easy was that? And look, we're doing good on time. Okay, so I did not assemble my die cuts in advance. I did cut them, and some of you might have assembled yours, and that's great. That's fantastic. But I didn't assemble mine because I thought a couple of them were a little tricky, and I wanted to kind of show you guys how I did it or what my trick was on that. So let's see. The tree can go over here. Don't need the tree. And oh my gosh, all these little dots. I cut out extras because I knew I was going to probably lose them. Okay, then we have Santa. There's Noel. Is that Scripty Noel? Not the cutest thing. Okay, there's the squiggly. Here's Santa. There's Santa. Oh, I lost some red guys probably, but that's okay. Santa, Santa, and then that's trash from something else. Okay, so I'm going to grab tweezers, my pokey tool, and my Nuvo glue. Right? Sometimes it's just about mass production and do them quick. Repeat the same thing, do all the same steps at the same time instead of like flip-flopping, going back and forth, and it just makes it fast. Okay. So for Santa Claus, I got a piece of black scrap and I put it behind his eyeballs. And all of this is from the die set that came in this kit. And the die set is exclusive to this kit. So we're just going to take a piece of black scrap. Oh, look at that. I actually cut it the right size. And we are going to glue the black scrap to the back side of his head. Because, you know, it just makes it easier to kind of give you the black eyeballs. Okay. Then we've got kind of his beard. I put glue just along the bottom of kind of his face area. And then I just kind of went in with his beard and wiggled it around until it filled in that shape. Oops, I got him upside down. No wonder it wasn't lining up. That's okay, we'll put something up there on his head in a minute. So I just kind of went in there, kind of wiggled it in until it filled that space. And I think that was kind of the trickiest part, was just getting that little face and his beard in there. Okay, then his hat goes on the top portion, so that kind of hides any of the boo-boos that we had. I think I put my face down too low. Let's see if I can pop it up. I put my face a little low. Let's see if I can raise it a little bit. I didn't leave any room for his eyebrows. That's okay. Then we've got the brim of his hat. Just brings it to life. Oh, Santa's been waxing. He has been waxing. Uh-oh, I did lose a piece. I knew I was going to lose a piece. I lost, I don't even want to say what I lost out loud. I lost his ball. Oh, wait, here it is. Found it. Found Santa's ball. Then we're going to put his beard on. And it just lines up right with his face. I kind of did it in pink. This is like, I don't know if it's his chin or his tongue or what it is. I did it in a light pink color. You can do it whatever color you want. Man, watch Kourtney struggle with die cuts. This is why I don't ever do die cuts, guys. I am a mixed media paint slinging girl. Not a little tedious gluer. And this is making me tediously glue. That's okay. Then we're going to do his little nose. Gotta have a red nose. Because he's just adorable. And I don't know that I left eyebrows for my guy. So let's see if he has room for eyebrows. If not, I might leave the eyebrows off. Because he is kind of cute without the eyebrows too. I think I'm going to leave the eyebrows off on mine. Because I didn't leave room. But Here is Santa with eyebrows. There's Santa without eyebrows. Both equally cute. I scoochied my hat down too far. That's okay though. That's okay. Okay, so we're gonna grab our 1 card base. So I'm gonna throw these eyebrows away because I'll come back and be like, what does that go to? What does that go to? So we're gonna grab one of our scallop circles. One of our scallop circles that we punched earlier. And I'm gonna put low foam tape on there. I know I think Deanna does 1 size foam tape, but then she loves to double up her foam tape. And oh my gosh, what class was that she did 5 layers of foam tape? It looked like those Christmas candies that you get that are back folded. It looked like ribbons. She had 5 layers. Was that one of the card classes? I don't know. So we're doing low foam tape, and we're gonna pop that on there. And then we're gonna use medium foam tape, which is the squares. And maybe it was Christmas extravaganza. I don't know. And we're going to put medium foam tape on the back of Santa. So we've got 2 different layers of interest kind of built there. 2 different layers. I'm going to use my little triangle tray for my little pieces of paper so they don't get lost. And then we're just going to put Santa right there on that little medallion. And is that not the cutest thing ever? Okay, then on mine, I did ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho is off of this sticker sheet. I don't have another ho, ho, ho. So I will have to spell something else out, but I will figure it out later. I'm not going to waste time doing that because you guys know how to peel and put stickers on. You're going to peel and put ho, ho, ho. Then the last thing I did, I felt like anytime you do Christmas, it's got to have glitter, right? It's got to have glitter. But I am not a fan of messy, loose glitter. I hate getting glitter all over the house. So I like the Nouveau drops, the Stickle drops, and those. And what I used was this one is called Gold Coast. Gold Coast. And I put it on his hat. So it gave a little bit of sparkle, gave it just a little bit of gold, but not too much. Stardust stickles would totally work too, and they're going to be more iridescent. I just couldn't find mine. And the whole thing of Crafty Hour is use what you have. If you've got a different color of stickles, if you have a different color of glitter, grab it. Use what you have. If you don't have stickles and you like what I'm using, then by all means, stop at your local store, stop at Clipper Street, stop at Scrapbook-N-Memories, and grab the ones that I'm using. Okay, so I'll put it on his brim, and I'll put it on his little ball. Ooh, it was Crafty Hour 28. See, I knew she used it in something. It was a lot of foam tape. Okay, so there you go. And I'm going to put him way away from me because it never fails. I'm going to stick my hand in it if it's near me. So there is Santa. There's what you're going to end up with is card number 1. And see, we're kind of building all these cards at the same time. So it's just fun and easy. So next we're going to grab my little dump tray here. Grab the Christmas tree. So now we're going to assemble the Christmas tree. Some of you girls might have already assembled it for homework, but I didn't have you pre-assembled it because we didn't cut out those gold pieces yet. Because we cut those out of the center of our pieces when we gutted them. That's where that came from. Okay, so there's those. Got our ornament, we've got that, and then we got our Noel. We're going to use that on here too. And the Noel is also from the die set, and is that script not adorable? I just love it. It's a little something something without too much. Little something something. Okay, so I'm going to put a pop dot, just a medium-sized one, at the top of my tree. Well, let's try that again. Let me use my scissors. Pop dot at the top of the tree, and then we're going to put that ornament on there. Or the star. It's not an ornament, Kourtney, it's a star. And there is a right or wrong to the star. So twirl it until you see that it's oops. I didn't peel it off. Sticks better if you take the backing off. Symmetrical is the word I was looking for, because it does have like a right or wrong to it. So put that on. And then we're going to put their little, I just put liquid glue on them, holds them fine. Just kind of go in and dot it. And are these little curly cube things not adorable too? It matches that cute little font. And these guys are a little curly. And on the sample, they used it kind of like a garland hanging at the top of the card too. And that was adorable. How are we doing, guys? Doing good? And then I find for the circles, it is just easier for me to put blobs of glue and then take my little pokey tool, pick it up, and just drop it onto that little glue spot. What would be really super cute are those new drops, and I know Deanna used them on her card. The new, I put too many glue drops. The new pink fresh dewdrops. This would be adorable for that. Let me get rid of one because I made more drops than I did have red things. Oh wait, no, I got some more red things over here. We're good. Put that guy back because now I made a dirty spot. And then we need one over here. I found more on my mat. There we go. Cute little tree. Is that not adorable? Is that not adorable? Okay, so now we're going to bring in our card panel for that. We're rinsing and repeating. No sense in reinventing the wheel. We're going to put low score tape, or sorry, foam tape. Low foam tape on our circle. Put that down. So we're kind of sticking with one general kind of pattern, kind of a, we'll say it a sketch or a blueprint kind of thing. We're sticking with one kind of sketch, and every card looks different, but yet kind of similar. So I know sometimes when you have to make a lot of cards, you're like, oh, I don't want to make them all the same. I get tired of making them all the same, but oh, I can't come up with 50 different original ideas. So this is come up with 3/4 of it the same and switch the remaining 1/4 of it. The remaining 25% of it, switch it around. Do different embellishments, different things on top of it, but the rest of it can be pretty similar. Similar but different. Because I know when you're making cards and you have ephemera packs, you only have probably 2 at most of the same ephemera in the pack. So it's hard to make 10 cards that all look exactly alike because you're not going to have the same exact ephemeras. So this is kind of how to do it. Make your base, make your pieces, and then embellish them a little different. Oh, we are doing good on time. We are going to make it. I was a little worried we weren't going to, but we are good. Okay, so that is card number 2. My finishing touch for this one is red stickles. Again, gotta have shimmer, gotta have glitter. So I'm gonna go in and put red dots on my tree. And then I went in with a very steady hand and I just traced Noel. And again, put it way out of your space and area so you won't stick your hand in it later. So I'm going to stick that one out of my way and I'll show you the completed one that's dry. So there is card number 2. Is that not adorable? Love it. Love, love, love. Okay, card number 3. We're going to be using the ephemera that was in your kit. So I had you grab out these pieces. So we got snowflakes, the Christmas tree. I love this little polar bear. I just loved everything in this kit. It was all adorable. And what we're going to do is we're going to go in, use that same frame, so that same scallop frame, and then we're going to add our ephemera pieces and kind of switch them up a little bit. Okay, so grab that piece. And I hope you guys are really enjoying these crafty hours. We are going to continue doing crafty hours into 2024. We've already got 2 or 3 new ones lined up, and we've got some great ideas for you guys. So hopefully you guys keep purchasing them from us and keep enjoying them, and we will continue to carry on and doing them. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive right here on the side of my tree, and I'm going to glue my polar bear to my tree. Okay, and then as always, our next crafty hour will go live tomorrow. Now we're going to flip him over and put regular foam tape on him. I know we've been showing you guys some sneak peeks. There's some cute little ladybugs going to be in it, and it is another jam-packed kit that Deanna and I have kind of corrugated and put together, and it will have different things in it. And it's adorable. You are going to love it. It's going to be Crafty Hour 31. Make sure to tune in for the live announcement tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central. And it will go live on our websites at that time. And then Deanna, of course, will be doing a live reveal. Okay. Then for this scallop piece, I'm just going to put liquid adhesive right along the portion where it's going to go on the bear in the tree. Oh, thank you, Jenny, for joining us. Okay, it looks like everybody's enjoying the crafty hours. Awesome, awesome. There's that. And I'm going to cut the bottom of this tree trunk off. I forgot I did that on my sample. It just looked a little funny hanging out there, so I'm going to trim that off. And then we've got our holly that we're going to add on there. And then if you haven't grabbed the Butterfly Sparkle, Crafty Hour number 30, I think both stores are down to their last few kits. So if you need to grab one of those, make sure to do that ASAP. We're down to our last kits. Okay, I'm putting pop dots on the back side of all these little snowflakes. The snowflakes came from your ephemera pack. And then we're just going to sprinkle these snowflakes. There's the big one, then the medium one, and then the small one. There's just something about this gold snowflake that just makes everything pop. It's so pretty. And then I put some red gems on this one. These are from the Christmas Extravaganza kit. I cannot believe that I still had some left. I love these so much that I know I used a bunch, and I know the other two girls used a bunch too, but there were so many on this pack, I still had some left. So I'm like, those are going in the center of these snowflakes. So this came out of that Christmas Extravaganza kit that we did this year. Okay, so got those on. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add some little stickles right to the center of those berries. And if you don't have these gemstones from the Christmas Extravaganza kit, like I said, those new Pink Fresh, the gloss drops, I call them dewdrops, they would be adorable on there too. All right, so there's that one. I'm going to again move him out of the way so I don't stick my hand in wet stuff. And there are our 3 cards. So it was quick, kind of easy design. 3/4 of it, you just kind of rinse and repeat. And then that way you can make quick, easy cards. And it was using our stack, cut, and shuffle. Then this piece that we cut off is exactly the size you need to make 3 more cards just like that. So perfect on there. So I hope you guys learned something. I hope you really enjoy doing the crafty hours. And hopefully this helps you with your Christmas cards to knock out a bunch in a little amount of time. Make them all look different, but yet kind of similar, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel and get those cards knocked out. So thank you so much for joining me. If you didn't catch Deanna's Crafty Hour this morning, it is on replay. Make sure to go back to Clipper Street's Facebook page and watch that. And then tune in tomorrow at 9 o'clock Pacific and 11 o'clock Central for Crafty Hour reveal. And I'm telling you, this one is going to go fast. So make sure to tune in. Thank you so much and have a great night. Bye-bye.